Now then, reefers, let me introduce you to my new lights. So welcome back to the channel. I am one of the first, if not the first reefer in the UK to have these lights above their aquarium. These are the Illumagic X4s from Dalua, and these are seriously impressive. I wanted to bring in this video today because a lot of you are asking me what I'm going with on the new build. What I've decided to do is feature all the products that I'm using in this build on this channel and talk a little bit about the reasons why I chose these particular items. So, if I'm being entirely honest with you, the main reason that I chose these lights was vanity. I follow many other reefers across the pond and down under who have these lights above their aquariums, and I just love the way that they look. As you can see now, I've got two of the X4s above my tank at the moment, and what really stood out to me is that many people are using them, but using them in very different ways. There's a lot of versatility in the physical factors of this light, but where it gets even better is the versatility within the Dalua app, which controls the lights. And what I can do a little bit later in this video is just show you a little demo of the lights in action, and you'll get a bit of an idea as to probably why I chose these lights. So although vanity was the first thing that drew me in, I then went onto the Illumagic Tech website, did a bit more research into the lights, and realized that there's actually so much thought that's gone into the X4s. I was really impressed. And then I later learned they actually come with a lifetime warranty on the lenses, which I believe are a silicone lens that they've done. If you did experience, unfortunately, a lens burn, they're really easy to change. So if you're new to the hobby or experience, looking at lights can be a very daunting task. There's so many amazing brands that do so many amazing lights. You often kind of just think, I don't know which one to get. I got that, should I have got that? I should have got this, I should have got that. I was really open when selecting my products to feature on this build, and I'm really glad that I came across these lights. So the lights we use in our aquariums are LED lights, LED, light emitting diodes. Now the diodes in these lights are high efficient diodes, which actually produce higher light versus heat. When we're looking at lights, there's often the measurement of watts that the lights provide. Watts is a measurement of energy, not the measurement of light. So what you can often get confused with thinking that you've got, say, I don't know, 120 watts worth of light, but actually when you're going into using more watts of the light, you're then using heat energy. When you're in the higher area of what's being used, you're also going to be producing more heat. And my understanding of what the Illumagics do is deliberately underdrive their watts to make sure that you're getting more light versus heat. And that's going to be great long term because there's going to be less decay of the LEDs within the light units themselves. Another reason why I decided to go with the Illumagic X4s. Each X4 unit consists of 4 pucks. If you did, for whatever reason, need to change the lenses, these are really easy to do. You can just twist the cap on the puck off, and you can see there's some screws there for you to easily change the lenses out if you are unfortunate enough to have lens burn. The best way I could explain how Illumagic deliver lights is to think of cars. Say for instance, both you and a friend have a 2.6 litre engine car. One of those cars may do more miles per gallon, and it's the same with these lights. What they're essentially doing with the lights is putting things behind the actual delivered light, which in turn is going to give you a longer lifespan of the lights, but not affecting actual light delivered. So it would seem to me that there's a perfect balance of maximum light versus heat. So I am really excited to try these out, and of course, like I said, we will come back in a few months' time. We'll do a part test, and we'll see how the corals, once they're in, are responding to the Illumagic X4s. Another really cool thing about these lights, these are super quiet. Yes, granted these are new, but what I know from people who've already got these lights and kept them for some time is that they do actually keep up with the quietness. That is another thing that you will all know is quite annoying about lights when they do become noisy. Obviously, you should maintain them. So what I do for that currently, and what I'll do with these, is just get a vacuum on there just to suck out any dust that's inside the unit. Some of you may have seen the Blaze lights before, which came with an app. Things have seriously changed with Dalua since then, not just the lights themselves, but the actual app. Before I give you a demo on the lights and jump into the app, I just want to explain the versatility options that you've got with the lights. Let's say, for instance, you had a particular area of your tank which demanded a little bit more light, a more dominant area of the tank with SPS. You can actually add a pixel light from Illumagic, put that onto the rail system that they offer, and independently control that pixel to the other lights to increase the power in that area of the tank. You can run that simultaneously with the rest of the lights, or you could run each individual light on its own schedule, which is extremely versatile and gives you so many options for stocking your tank. My plan for the expansion of these is to have a couple of the Vitamini strips on there as well, just to make sure we're really covering the tank. The main focus of this new build is predominantly going to be corals, so we need to get this right now. Remember as well, when you're getting lights on your system, not to mess with them too much. I've lost coral in the past from changing my spectrum. Once you've got your spectrum and you're happy with it, leave it. Try not to fiddle with it too much. So what we can do now is we'll jump into the Dalua app, and I'll give you a demo of some of the features within the app. So you want to click into the app here. Now I've disconnected this light already, just to show you how easy the light is to set up. Right, so we're in the app, we're gonna click into new device. So we've found the X4 there. We'll just put very quickly, I don't know, whatever. So it's just connecting via Bluetooth to the actual light unit itself. We'll do this in real time just so you can see how easy this is to do. So we've got the network there. I'm just going to connect to the network. As soon as you plug the unit in, really simple to do, as soon as you plug the unit in, you can just get going and start pairing the X4. So select your device type, saltwater. Okay. There we go, we are connected. So what I can do now is, I can obviously just, I'm going to update the light. No, okay, we'll do an update now. This is something that's really good about Dalua as well. They're really invested in these lights being the best. They're regularly updating the firmware. I've had Dalua approach me, ask me questions about the lights. They want to know what's working, what isn't working. Very passionate about the product, and I really like that. Right, we're done. Okay, click done, and there you go. So I've got my new light there. So what I've done already is created a group here. So you can create as many groups as you would like. This is the group, this group is for the new tank. So I'm just gonna go back and show you what you can do here. So we can drag this light into the group, move it in there. And now what we can do is we can control both lights from this group. So schedule and instant control. So just have a quick look at the schedule control. So I can create my own schedule now, which I've kind of done just to set one up, but let's just create our own now. So we'll just do a low, so I've been aquascaping, I've got super glue on my fingers. So I am struggling a little bit to move these dials, but that's not the app's fault, that's my finger's fault. Right, there we go. So let's just say we want that schedule, just something really simple. Let's go to next. And we can enable geolocation. Now this is really cool. You can set this to any area of reef in the world that's on the app. This is updated 1,000 times per day, which is going to give you total and realistic randomness. So that's going to be really good for breeding, coral spawning. So it's really going to mimic the natural environment of where these corals and fish that we keep are from. So what I'll do is I can just go on the geolocation here and we can select a location. So we've got all these options here, but I'm just going to click on, the sunny one, just for now. And we can save and upload, and we can just name whatever schedule this is. So we'll call this test, save. And so what this is now doing is uploading this to the cloud, which, like I said, if you've got other people who use your, other people who have access to your group, they can also control the schedule as well. So for instance, if you were a newbie and you picked these lights up and someone at your local fish store wanted to give you a hand with setting up your lights, you could give them access. They could then upload this to the cloud for you to use. You could then share this with them for them to analyze, to give you some advice. Or you could maybe speak to a friend who's doing really well and maybe pinch some ideas from their schedule. So it's, again, the versatility of the app is really cool. So we're gonna save that now, and we've got the test running. So now we're gonna click on the test and we're gonna have some fun. Beast mode. Now this is really cool. So click beast mode and just show you what this does. So what this does is this essentially gives you more power from the other channels. So you've got 3 channels here, let's just say each at 33%. You've then got the option to put your sapphire blues on full, but then actually use the power on the other channel to increase the power on that channel. So what's really cool about that is that's going to give you an opportunity to really ramp the lights up for photos. And here you can see exactly what the corals will look like in your tank, depending on what you've set here. So if we turn beast mode off, you can see now the corals there. If I then select beast mode, you'll see how your corals are going to look. So they're going to be overexposed, obviously. It's called beast mode for a reason. Then what I really like about this is, let's say you are an Instagrammer or a shop, just somebody who wants to showcase some coral in their tank. What you could do here is you could set that to be however you wanted it to be. Here it gives you an idea of kind of what you see is what you get. This is how your corals would look. You can then access your phone camera whilst the settings are set to whatever you've selected, and the lights will remain the same for you to then take photographs of your corals. You can then go back to the app, turn off the selected setting, and it just returns back to your normal schedule. So that's really, really handy, especially if you're going to be creating content like myself. Another reason why I wanted to give these lights a go. So there you go, the new lights that I'm going to be using on my aquarium. For you guys in the UK as well, hopefully this maybe gives you something to think about when looking to purchase your new lights. Please drop me a comment below if you've got any questions. I always respond to everybody, or you can message me on Instagram if that's your thing. So hopefully you may see why I've chosen to go with these on the new aquarium. We will absolutely be back in a few months' time to check on the par and how the lights are performing once we've got some coral in there. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. There's going to be way more videos coming. Like the video if you've liked the video, and as always, there's plenty more sea in the fish.